Clash over their desire for money, power, and prestige, families are battling for control. That's the story of Queen of Memphis. Here to tell us more about this book, the author Martin Hegwood from Pascagoula. Thanks so much for stopping by. And here is the book, The Queen of Memphis. And well, just give us a brief overview of what the book is about. It's a beauty queen who gets mixed up with a lot of things, right?
Yes, that's right. It's about a wealthy family in Memphis, and a beauty queen marries into the family, much to the chagrin of the matriarch of the family. She didn't go for that, and she sort of claws her way to the top. This is sort of like the old Dallas TV series. Except it's moved over with a cotton money instead of oil money and a southern accent instead of a Texas accent.
Right. Well, there you go. Well, you got us intrigued now with the kind of a soap opera feel there.
Yeah.
But you've written a few things through the years, but how are you getting this one to break through? You were telling me that you were able to finish in a contest. Yeah.
There is a contest called the William Faulkner Literary Competition, and it's held in Faulkner's birthplace, New Albany. It's been there for 26 years. And they take entries from all over the world. I think in mine there were about 130 novels from about 30 different states and 6 foreign countries. And I entered the manuscript, which was at the time just titled Memphis. And I didn't hear anything for the longest time, and it won. It won the first place. And so I decided that I'd try to publish it. And I started writing it up. It took about another year to really write it in novel form. About the time I was going to release it, another novel came out with the name Memphis about the same time, so I changed it to Queen of Memphis, and I like that title better.
Yeah, it's fitting for what it sounds like the story is. And so you're trying to get more publicity out about the book, and where do you feel like this publication could go for you?
Well, of course, you know, I'd like to get into some type of TV.
Well, you're on
movie.
TV right now to kind of promote it, but as far as if people are interested in buying the book, how can they do it?
They'll have to do it on Amazon right now. I'm working on ways to get it into bookstores, but right now it's just strictly on Amazon. Just look it up, Google Queen of Memphis, and it'll pop up.
There you go. It's easy enough. And now you are sort of like a historian in a way, or a researcher in terms of our coastal community, especially Pascagoula. What has inspired you to look up some of the old stories from the past from this area?
Well, it's simply because it hadn't been done all that often. Some of my earlier novels, I wrote 4 novels with St. Martin's Press, and they were set here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. One of them, Green-Eyed Hurricane, was set on the point before it was basically wiped out, and it was used actually in a coast history class, because it was pretty good depiction of the coast, the point culture and history.
At that time, you sort of take us back to that period, and that's really neat to see.
I'm trying to work right now on Faulkner's time in Pascagoula.
Okay, and that's something a lot of people don't know. William Faulkner, of course, has the Oxford heritage and everything, but he spent time in Pascagoula, actually.
Spent a good bit of time in Pascagoula. Had a girlfriend down there, Helen Baird, and he spent the better part of 3 summers down there. He actually honeymooned in Pascagoula for 6 weeks down there. He wrote his book Mosquitoes, which was set in New Orleans, but it was mainly written in Pascagoula.
Yeah, how about that? That is something you're giving everybody something new today that I bet they don't know about William Faulkner. Well, check out Queen of Memphis, written by Martin Hegwood, with us here today, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Hugh.
Still ahead on the 4